welcome to this video with Solar, and he's going on his first trail ride. Now, in fairness to him, this is actually his only second ride with us, but he did so amazing on his first ride, and he's been doing so great with his groundwork that we thought, you know what, sure, let's go for a trail, because we had Grace riding Bailey, who's there on Mr. Black Horse there, Bailey, and then that's Solar, who's kind of standing at the side. And so he had a little bit of some moments of, you know, like just kind of gave a couple calls back to the farm and had a couple moments where he was a little bit more, just a little bit kind of looking slightly tense, but overall did really, really well. Like, this is a super loud truck that's going behind us there, super fast, and he's not doing any big spooks or anything like that. He handled everything really well. I think Bailey was a little bit more chill than Solar, but Bailey we've had a little bit more time for, so he's been doing a little bit more ground training and had done a few more rides, whereas Solar, this is literally his only second ride with us, but he's done so amazing so far in his restart training with us that we thought it'd be worth taking him out on the ride. And it's very normal when you're first training horses, getting to know horses, that they're going to be a little bit worried. They're going to be a little bit stressed because they don't know if you're going to keep them safe. And of course, he's been off for such a long time because his previous owner wasn't able to do anything with him. And so this is all new, and he's walking across the road. He's doing all sorts of different types of terrain on this trail. Like, here's a big ginormous hill that he's going up, and he's listening really well. And so I always tell people it's okay if learning is messy. The same way that if you are learning a new skill, it's going to be a little bit of a messy process sometimes. And you might have some moments where you get a little bit worried or a little bit stressed. But at the end of the day, it comes down to having a teacher that helps you feel safe and feels like you can do it and helps you feel like you can learn. And then we can progress so much faster than, let's say, if we were more of like a bully teacher that yanked on his face and gave him a bunch of kicks and stuff like that, then probably he would get more worked up instead of getting more relaxed. And so we're real experts at getting horses to be really calm and confident and getting them to be more comfortable with us in different scenarios. And in part, it's because we really seek to help the horse feel safe and to clarify what it is that we're asking them to do. And it makes a big difference for sure. So I'm super impressed with Solar wanting to lead pretty much the whole trail. Of course, we do switch it up every now and again to make sure that the horses take turns of who is leading and who is not. But Solar enjoyed being out at front. It was like once he kind of hit his groove, he was like, sure, whatever. There's mountain bike, like mountain bike and dirt bike kind of ramps and stuff along these trails because this is the public forest. And there's a lot of dirt bikers and bikers that come along these trails. There are some things that I didn't catch on camera because, you know, I don't ride with my phone filming the entire time, but we came across like somebody walking their dog. We came across people with the dirt bikes, which you'll see. We came across other people just walking in the forest. So we come across a lot of different things throughout the trail, and he really handled everything super well. You can see he did a little bit of trotting there too. And this was interesting to try as well because the ground is pretty good for the most part, but of course occasionally there's going to be a few stones or there's going to be some tree roots and stuff like that. And the horses' feet have been the biggest thing that we've been helping them get more comfortable with because they had thrush or they had abscesses or the bars were way too long and not cut properly. So they need proper trimming, which is going to take a few trims because you can't just lop off a horse's hoof and expect it to be okay. You have to kind of make gradual adjustments to help it not be such a big thing. So we just take it pretty easy with the training that we're doing. This is me riding Teddy on the trail ride, Mr. Tedster, who I really adore. He's like such a chill guy, and he's definitely mostly my little Evelyn's horse, but I like to ride him on the trail rides because he's a great size for me and he really provides that super chill energy, which is super great. Of course, you can see there's things like this with the super low branch. A lot of different challenges to come across. There's little Emma riding Dare Bear in the back too. So you've got horses that can give a lot of calm energy to the horses that are going for their first trail because it's both Bailey and Solar's first trail. And we are the type of people that if our horse poops on the main trail, we do hop off and kick it to the side and get back on. And you can see Solar tolerates that super well. He's like, sure, no problem. Get off. I'll stand still for you while you get that figured out. And then the awkward part was figuring out how to turn around, because we're like, oh, okay, this is a really narrow trail, so we had to get Bailey to move up so Solar could turn around, but you could see that went really, really well. And overall, because we do that groundwork and a lot of that trust building and making the horse feel safe and so they can be relaxed, the horses are just super chill. And in the beginning, they maybe started a little bit more, a little bit quicker in the walk or looking around a bit more. They called the very odd time where they just kind of checked back in. They tried to check back in with their friends back at the barn. And by the end of their trail ride, which was just like an hour walk for the most part, they were really relaxed. That was walking by the dirt bikes there. You can see Bailey just had a moment of just a couple steps of trot as he was like, oh, it's behind my bum. And it's a lot of challenges for a very first trail at our farm and only second ride for Solar on the farm, because there's riding across the road, there's riding beside the road, there's the big truck that came behind us, there's the dirt bikes, there's big hills, there's narrow trails with trees. And you can see we did some with like Bailey leading there and then Solar's in the back. So we switched things up a little bit. So it may just be an hour trail, but there's actually so many things happening. And overall, I'm just so impressed with Solar that this was his second ride. And he's being this amazing about it all. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Who's your favorite so far? Is it Bailey or is it Solar? Because they're both becoming little rock stars, going out on the trails, doing their riding, and they're looking really healthy and in great shape. So everything that we're doing is going pretty awesome for them, and I'm so excited to see them progress even more. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and check out harmonyhorsemanship.com for even more learning.